Hi, it's Sandy at Vintage Pilates, and I am back to give you the second part to Back to Basics. The idea about using your back in your Pilates workout. So last time we worked on the mat and I gave you some homework. This time we're going to use the Cadillac to help you deepen your work using your back in very simple exercises. So let's start with the arm springs. I like to lie down onto my back with the knees bent because it allows me to keep my spine nice and long as I'm working. So as a review, we worked on reaching down the back as you pull your stomach in and strengthen your center. And we worked on reaching up to the ceiling, keeping the shoulder blades down, and also into the mat as you reach forward. So the shoulders don't come off the mat as you reach from down to in front of you, but the shoulders stay in the mat as you reach out and lift up to the ceiling. So let's work on both of those things with the springs. Take your arm springs. For me, I can move down a little bit more. Depends on your size and your strength. So when I'm preparing to pull the springs down, my center is working. My shoulders are down into the mat and away from my ears. And I'm going to use the springs to help me deepen the work into my back. Reach and come back up. Again, reach down and away. Pull into your stomach, resist the springs as you come up. 2 more times. Reach away, down and out. Deepen into your core. Lengthen out, resist the springs, and come back up. And last one. Lengthen and reach to come back up. Now we also worked on circles, which allow you to use even more of the back and the lats. So let's use the arm springs to do the circles as well. There are a couple of versions. We're going to do the one where the arms go to the side. My shoulders are staying in my back. I use my back to reach the arms down and away. And then I scoop my stomach, resist the springs, and come back up. Again, circle, reach from your back and come up. Circle and reach and come up. Reverse. Reach and open. Feel the shoulder blades on your back and all the muscles around the shoulder blades working to stay in control and connect you into your center. Good. Now another version you can do with circles is pull the springs down to the mat. Now free up the arms and the shoulder joint and circle. 1, 2, 3, reverse, 2, 3, and come back up. Whew, that was hard. Again, reach down, so it's the same start as the first exercise, and then maintain the back and move the arms freely. 1, 2, 3, and come up. One more time. You only need to do a few of these if you're really working from your back. It's tiring. 3, reverse, 2, 3, and come up. Okay. Now let's work on the other reach that goes from the waist and up out through the hands. I'm going to use a box to help me with this. So use the box from your reformer, or it could be a slightly different size box. It depends on your body. I'm 5'5", so I need a pretty high box. Now, in order to feel what the reach is like from the low back through the hands, we're going to use this Cadillac. So take your arms comfortably wider than the shoulders so that you can draw the shoulder blades down into the back. And then, as I start to lower my body weight down, I'm going to reach through my center so that I have the feeling, with a nice tight bottom and pulled in stomach, that I'm reaching up my sides as if I'm hanging from a pole to get length in my torso. And then you can take a little rest. And that'll warm up and work the whole upper back. Again, use the back, pull in your center, and hang. Hang, stretch, lengthen, and feel your back. Rest one more time. Stomach in, hips are right underneath of the hands, lengthening through the spine, and I'm reaching. I think I got a little longer. Okay, and rest. It's a great way to feel what that stretch feels like in your body. Travels up the back, out the fingers, and reaches. Okay? So let's take all of those and put them together into the push through, so you can see how the reach in the back changes with the shape of the body. For the purposes of this exercise, I'm going to do this first without the spring so that I can really focus on the shapes in my body and the length in my back. So I'm going to reach from my sides, from my hips, all the way up into the pole as if I'm hanging from it. I'm reaching so much from the back. Now I immediately round my back. The shoulders can drop down into their place. And then I keep them there as I reach through. And I'm doing the same stretch from my waist out through my fingers as I go forward in a round shape. Reach. And long arms, move the back, and now I'm going to lift up as I did when I was hanging off the Cadillac. Lengthen, and round back. Ideally, you want to be able to move through this exercise without stopping, finding that length through the back. So I'm taking the pace up just a little bit. Reach. And reach. Feels great. Okay. So the last thing I said to you was practice finding your back in the 100. And I want to use the Cadillac for one last thing to help you do just that. Use the back in the 100. There are a few ways that you can do the 100 on the Cadillac, and that the Cadillac can assist you. I'm going to show you one way. And then why don't you practice on your own and find some of the other ways. Okay? Again, for purposes of focusing on the back, I'm going to leave the legs down onto the mat. So you roll back. I'm reaching forward with my back. Forward through my arms. forward until I'm on to the shoulder blades and reaching. And then here, I can pump. Reaching through my back, past my hands. Wow, I was just able to draw my shoulder blades down into my back a little bit more and let these springs help me. Let them pull me so that my shoulders can go down into my back. Okay, play on the Cadillac. Find your back in the exercises here. Once you're done with your mat or your reformer, always take some time to do a few of those exercises on your own. And then I'll come back and give you some more.